Have you ever had one of those days, you're busy, you're hustling, checking things off the list, but then you get to the end of it and you kind of feel, well, not particularly special.
Hmm.
Like maybe everyone else has figured out their secret talent, their amazing gift, but you're still wondering, what's mine? I've definitely felt that.
Oh, absolutely.
And Kelly Track, the author we're diving into today, she tells this story from college that just completely hit home for me. She's at this recruiting event, right?
Yeah.
And everyone around her has these like incredible achievements. One person knew ancient Egyptian fluent in hieroglyphics.
Wow. Okay.
And then it's her turn. She just freezes up and manages to say, "Hi, I'm Kelly. I like mustard."
Mustard.
Just mustard. And she felt like, yep, deepest fear confirmed. I'm not special. And I think, gosh, so many of us feel that way sometimes, looking at our lives and not seeing that, extraordinary spark.
That exact feeling, that sort of nagging sense of being not special enough, it's incredibly common.
Yeah.
And it's precisely what Kelly Track tackles in her guide, P.S. You're a Genius. It's subtitled, An Unconventional Guide to Finding Your Innate Gifts, Even When You Feel Like You Have None.
Okay.
And today, we're really going deep into her approach, which is honestly quite counterintuitive, for uncovering what makes you exceptional.
Good.
Our mission really is to help you start identifying your unique innate gifts and then figure out how to combine them into what she calls your genius. It's about looking inward, trusting what's already there.
Okay, that sounds really promising, especially if we're starting from, I like mustard. But let's unpack this idea of genius. We hear strengths all the time. Identify your strengths, work on your strengths. How is genius, according to Kelly Track, different? Is it just a fancier word, or is there like a core difference?
That's a really key question, and yeah, she makes a very clear distinction. She defines your genius as, and I'm paraphrasing slightly here, a combination of your top 3 to 5 gifts working together to create world-class expertise,
Yeah.
doing something only you can do.
Gifts, not strengths.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So a strength, in her view, often means something you're maybe above average at, but there's still room to improve. You're still kind of working on it.
Right. Effort involved.
Yeah. But a gift is different. It's innate. It's natural. You don't really have to try to be good at it. It just flows. It feels effortless, almost too easy sometimes. And the really fascinating part is that your genius isn't just one single thing. It's a synergistic expression.
Synergistic.
Yeah, she uses this great metaphor. One ox might carry 1 ton, but put 2 oxen together and they can carry 3 tons.
Yep.
That extra capacity, that synergy.
Ah, okay. The whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Precisely. Your genius works like that. When your top gifts combine, the result is way more powerful. It's like your unique internal algorithm. And here's the really liberating part. She says your genius already exists within you.
It already exists, so I don't need to go learn quantum physics or something.
Nope. You don't need to develop it more. You might actually be doing parts of it right now without even realizing it.
Whoa. Okay, that's a huge reframe. It feels like she's saying stop chasing the next skill, the next certification, and start digging into what's already inside.
That's a big part of it.
But hang on, how does that square with, the whole idea that mastery takes hard work and practice, like the 10,000-hour rule and all that? Are we just supposed to, sit back and wait for our genius to pop out?
No, that's a fair point. It's not about avoiding hard work. Track emphasizes that when you direct hard work towards something you're innately gifted at, it feels different. It feels less like a grind and more like flow.
Ah, okay. Like you're working hard, but it energizes you instead of draining you.
Exactly. Think about someone who's a natural connector. They might spend hours planning events or making introductions. That's hard work, right?
Right.
But because it aligns with their gift, they often feel energized by it. So it's about aligning your effort, not eliminating it.
Okay, I get that. It shifts the focus from what do I need to fix or learn to what am I already good at, maybe without even trying. Which, yeah, that does sound incredibly liberating.
It is.
But, okay, if our genius is already in us, woven into who we are, how do we even start finding these gifts?
Yeah.
Especially if, like Kelly described, our past feels like a hot mess of random experiences.
Right.
Because honestly, a lot of us look at our resumes and it's just disconnected. Barista, office assistant, maybe sold something online for a bit. It's hard to see a pattern, Are we supposed to just force connections, or does she give us a way to look at those dots differently?
That feeling of a hot mess resume is so relatable, and this is where she introduces a really brilliant concept. The red thread.
The red thread, okay.
Yeah. She basically argues that those seemingly random jobs, maybe even failures or weird life experiences, they aren't wasted detours at all. They're actually weaving your genius together throughout your life.
Weaving it together.
Uh-huh. It's not accidental. It's an intentional path,
Yeah.
even if they didn't feel like it at the time. And she uses her own life as a great example.
Like what?
Well, like being a lifeguard, that taught her how to stay calm under pressure. Super useful now as a leader, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Or flipping stuff on Craigslist. Seems random, but that honed her marketing and selling skills.
Hmm.
Even musical theater. You might think, what does that have to do with business? But it prepared her for speaking on stages, for entertaining on her podcast,
Okay, I see where she's going.
and tutoring kids.
Mhm.
That made her a better teacher, which is crucial for her online courses.
Yeah.
So the core idea is like everything you've done has taught you the precise things required for you to do your genius. It's about looking at your whole life, not just the official job titles.
Wow. I never, ever thought of it that way. It's like, okay, all those scattered dots do form a picture, but maybe we were just looking too closely or from the wrong angle.
Exactly.
That is a huge reframe because I know people, myself included sometimes, who look back and think, oh, if only my path was more linear.
Yeah.
But she's saying the messy path is the path.
The messy path is actually the most direct route, in her view, because it's uniquely yours. It's building that specific combination of skills and perspectives that only you have.
Okay. Embracing the narrative. I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
But what if, the jobs really don't seem to have a clear thread, or maybe someone's just been in survival mode, just getting by in their work life?
Yeah.
How do you find gifts beyond the resume, beyond formal experience? What about like just life stuff, hobbies?
Yeah, great question. And she has these two really fun kind of unconventional exercises for exactly that. They're called the empty Sunday and spare change concept.
Empty Sunday and spare change. Okay, I'm intrigued.
Right. So the idea is that how you choose to spend your free time and your disposable income, when no one's telling you what to do, reveals a lot about your core essence, your values, what really energizes you.
Makes sense.
So for the empty Sunday, you imagine your ideal Sunday, completely free. Kelly's example included things like making pancakes, doing hot yoga, meeting a friend for coffee to talk big ideas, walking by the ocean, cooking new vegan recipes.
Sounds like a nice Sunday.
Doesn't it? And she looked at those activities and saw themes emerging, like making things and connecting with people. Those point towards potential gifts.
Ah, okay, looking for the patterns in your downtime.
Exactly. And then there's spare change. You list, say, 5 things you happily, almost gleefully spend your money on.
Oh, dear. This could be revealing.
Uh-huh, could be. Her examples were like dinners and coffees with friends, pointing to gifts like connecting, socializing, nourishing food, maybe creativity, spontaneity, new clothes or thrift finds, maybe design, style, books, online courses, learning, teaching, trip to Hawaii, maybe stillness, intuition, self-connection.
Okay.
By looking at where your free time and your spare cash naturally flow, you can often spot these underlying gifts that you might just dismiss because they feel too easy or like just a hobby.
There is a fun way to think about it. My spare change list would probably have like an embarrassing amount spent on fancy cheese and maybe obscure board games.
Okay, see, that's perfect. Those aren't trivial at all.
Really? Cheese and board games.
Absolutely. Think about it. The cheese, maybe that points to an appreciation for craftsmanship, for nuanced experiences, cultural exploration, maybe even research and history.
I do like knowing the backstory.
Right. And the board games that could be strategic thinking, problem solving, community building, maybe even storytelling or explaining complex rules simply. The key is, as Track suggests, to ask why. Why cheese? Why those games? What's the underlying drive? Is it connection, challenge, aesthetics, learning? Those whys often whisper your gifts.
Okay. I'm starting to see how even the seemingly random stuff fits in. This is genuinely insightful. It makes the whole process feel less intimidating.
Yeah, it's meant to be empowering.
But let's be real for a second.
Yeah.
Even if we identify these gifts, even if we see the red thread, there's still that voice, right? That little critic that pipes up and says, yeah, but someone else is already doing that, and they're probably way better at it. Or my idea isn't original enough.
How does Kelly Trank deal with that?
Yeah.
The competition fear.
Mm-hmm.
Because that stops so many people cold.
Oh, that is such a huge hurdle. Universal, almost. And she tackles it directly. Her core message on this is so powerful, I think. She says, essentially, when you honor your genius, you'll recognize that you are in competition with no one. You are the differentiating factor.
I am the differentiating factor.
Yes, because think about it. Nobody else on earth has your exact mix of life experiences, your specific lessons learned, your unique perspective, your particular way of seeing the world, your wisdom, your vision. Nobody. So when people choose a service or a product or a collaborator, Track argues they're ultimately choosing you, your unique blend.
It's a fundamental mistake to think, oh, someone else is doing something similar, so there's no room for me, because they're not you. She uses the example of Steve Jobs. Imagine if he'd said, well, Sony already made the CD Walkman, so I guess nobody needs an iPod.
Right. That sounds absurd when you put it like that.
Exactly. So instead of seeing competition as a stop sign, a red light, she says, see it as a green light.
A green light. How so?
It means there's a market. People want this kind of thing. There's demand. And you can step into that space as a role model, offering your unique take. Your specific perspective is actually your advantage. She even mentions how changing careers can be great for this, like a baker who becomes an accountant might see financial processes with fresh eyes and innovate in ways someone trained only in accounting wouldn't.
Wow, that is a massive mindset shift. So it's not about being the only one doing something, it's about being the unique one doing it your way. There's always space because your personal blueprint, that combination of gifts and experiences, is genuinely one of a kind. Okay, maybe my unique combo of liking mustard, organizing spices alphabetically, and that brief stint washing cars is the secret sauce for, well, something.
Absolutely. Your genius makes you indispensable.
Right.
Because nobody else can put those exact things together in quite the same way. It's your fingerprint.
Okay.
That's
Feels possible.
So if there's one really key thing to take away from this deep dive today, it's this. Your genius isn't some complicated academic strength you have to build from scratch.
Right.
It's an innate, synergistic mix of your top gifts, maybe 3, maybe 5, and it's already been woven through your entire life, even the messy bits. It's often profoundly simple and absolutely unique to you. The real work is learning to trust it, lean into it, and quiet down those doubts that tell you need more time, more experience, another degree. Your value, your worth, it's already baked in. You just need to uncover it.
I really love that. It feels so much more achievable and kinder, maybe. It's about looking inward, trusting the journey you've already been on, even the weird detours, and realizing that the things that feel easy or random might actually be your superpowers. It's simple, yeah, but also incredibly profound, and honestly, it gives me a sense of peace about my own winding path. Thanks for breaking it down so clearly.
My pleasure. Powerful stuff.
So if you're listening and feeling ready to start uncovering your own genius, ditching those doubts that hold you back, we definitely recommend diving deeper into Kelly Tracka's book, P.S. You're a Genius. We'll put links to it in the description for this deep dive.
Yeah, it's really worth exploring. And hey, we'd genuinely love to hear from you all. After listening to this, what's maybe one red thread you've suddenly noticed in your own life? Or perhaps an empty Sunday activity that might be pointing towards a hidden gift? Let us know in the comments.
Yeah, share your insights.
And just to leave you with something to mull over, what if that very thing you've been doing, maybe unconsciously, for years, the thing you dismiss because it feels too easy? What if that's actually the absolute core of your world-class expertise, the very source of your greatest potential success?